you seeing the what you think will be the final draft of the map today?
Well, no, it's a bill that's introduced, and we have at least a week before we vote on it, so people can offer amendments if they want.
Can be tweaks. What's the deal? Why weren't House districts included today? I mean, have those been figured out all the way, or you just didn't feel
we just put the map on our website. We have a very extensive website. I recommend you to use it. Hopefully, I think we set a record on a number of hits on our website. I think it's better than the House website. I don't know that they chose not to do the same thing.
I'm just asking that the House districts themselves don't seem to be in there.
They're not on our website, but they've been filed.
Are you planning to release the census data to go along with the map?
Well, I think that obviously when we have the hearings on this, we're going to have hearings on Saturday. I believe the House is having hearings on Sunday, and then a joint hearing next Tuesday.
What do you hope to get out of release that demographic info now?
You know, I didn't even know the demographic. We have demographic information that's out there that's been in the public. I didn't know that it wasn't attached to it.
How concerned should I be that maybe I don't like the map? How close is this to the final map?
People can offer amendments. That's the point. It's just like a bill that has to pass, and we're giving a notice. We had 23 hearings throughout the state before this. We're going to have hearings both in Chicago and in Springfield before we vote on it.
When we talk to the Republicans and they howl that a number of them have been put in districts to run against each other, just bad luck?
No, I think they should, introduce amendments if they want to change it.
Why were they put in the same district? Was that
we're following the Voting Rights Act. We're following the Illinois Voting Rights Act as well as the Federal Voting Rights Act.
Does that mean
and
you're
we're complying with the people that testified in favor of certain configurations, and people want to make changes, they can offer suggestions.
If you're a Democrat, what is not to like about the map? The Republicans have thought plenty, but what about if you're a Democrat?
It follows the law, and it's fair, and it follows the Voting Rights Act as well as the new law that we passed, the Illinois Voting Rights Act.
What would you consider some of the major changes, the most significant points about the map?
I think I'd rather not comment on the specific changes in the map, but rather just focus at this point on the process that we've gone through to bring the map about, which is, I think, we should be very proud of, because we had, unlike past years where this thing we just dumped on people right at the last minute, this is something in which we took public testimony, and we're giving people time to make comments before we vote.
What has the governor said about the map? What have you talked about the governor with?
I'm sorry?
Governor Quinn, what's his impression?
The governor has to sign this bill just like he has to sign any bill, so he also has time to review it. I would hope that he would weigh in. I'm in favor of the map as introduced.
Yes, yesterday his spokeswoman said that there have been daily meetings or almost daily meetings about the budget. Can you give us an update on that? And is the governor pushing to bring you guys up in spending?
Well, I think that the governor agrees with the Senate with regard to the amount of revenue we have. That's the COG estimate, so that's a good start. I think when the governor started his own budget, he didn't have that COG information. So I think that's a very good start. We're going to have friendly negotiations with the House, and both the House and Senate Republicans, hopefully, on bringing about a budget.
Will this map make it easier to elect Democrats for the next 10 years?
I don't think that's what this map is about. The map is about complying with the Voting Rights Act. We have an obligation when there's a shift in population to redistrict. And this is my fourth one. I've been involved in all of those indirectly or directly, and we're complying with the law.
Well, you can comply with the law and help or hurt one party over another. So do you see this having any impact?
That's not the intention whatsoever.
Off the top of your head, are any two Democrats in the same district?
I don't know.
How do you explain some of the districts that are more oddly shaped, like Senator Hutchinson's, for example?
I'm not going to comment on any individual district. If people want to make changes, they can offer amendments.
Do you think, since you and Senator Rodriguez started out, trying to have a cooperative relationship, that it was a little bit maybe ruthless to throw away your colleague?
A little bit ruthless would not be fair at all. This is a fair map. We're following the law. If Senator Rodriguez wants to offer any suggestions for change, she can do so now in the next week.
Does she talk to you?
I'm sure that there usually are lawsuits on the map, and that's why we're very proud of the fact that we followed not only the federal law but also the Illinois law.
What's the
when do you
merit of
expect to have a
splitting
congressional
Springfield into
map?
3 different Senate districts?
I think you should look at the testimony that we received with regard to the Voting Rights Act, and that's how it relates to Springfield.
Did Senator Rodonio talk to you about any concerns she might have?
I haven't talked to her about it yet.
When do you expect to see the congressional
now
map?
to work on the budget, the Speaker.
Oh, that.
The congressional.
Before the 31st. I don't know if we have, I'm not sure what we've been working on this first. There's a number of districts, 177 districts to be drawn. The congressional is 18, so it won't take as long. Now we can turn our attention to that.
Can you expand on that Springfield thing? I mean, was there a specific testimony related to Springfield and
I believe
the voting?
there was. Okay, thanks, guys.